2013 proved to be a testing year for Olympic champion Sally Pearson. She missed the domestic season due to a hamstring injury and didn't make her seasonal debut until the Ostrava World Challenge in June. Early on in the year, she revealed on Twitter that she'd lost sponsors, something you wouldn't think could happen to someone who just 7 months earlier won an Olympic gold medal.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's a corporate world out there, and the Olympics are the biggest sporting event in the world, and people want to get their hands on you for that time so that they can promote their product during the biggest sporting peak in the world. So it is tough, and the financial complications in Australia aren't the best at the moment either. So it's tough for people to take on, especially an individual athlete instead of a team. So all I have to do now is, I don't think I should have to, but you have to just keep putting the results out there and showing that you are one of the best athletes in the world, and obviously I'm the best athlete in Australia. It's hard to compete with team sports in Australia.
American Brianna Rawlins didn't make life any easier for Sally, as she ran the third fastest time ever at the US Track Championships in June. The press started questioning if Pearson could respond to that time, but Pearson was confident she could.
Just a few months ago everyone was saying that I could break the world record, so obviously everyone believes I can do it. It's just that someone else has run faster, and now that there's two people in the mix to break the world record, of course I can. Of course I can get that fast. It's just a matter of when I do it.
Pearson did win her comeback race in Ostrava, but struggled for form as she finished 4th, 7th and 5th in the Diamond League meetings leading up to Moscow. But then, all of a sudden, everything seemed to click for the Australian, and she won the last Diamond League meeting ahead of Moscow. Able to perform when it matters most, she ran her fastest race of the season as she won the silver medal in Moscow. Of the 46 athletes Australia sent to compete at the World Championships, 20 of them were debutantes.
It's pretty new, our team. We've got a lot of youngsters come through, we've got a lot of new people, so it's kind of like turning over a new page. I think we can do quite well if they all stand up to the demands of a World Championships. I think a lot of them will have their eyes opened a lot more as to what elite running is all about and elite competition is all about. So I think we can do quite well. The athletes that we have that have qualified for the World Championships are decent. It's just a matter of how they can handle a world stage.
Recently, she set a new personal best at 150 metres at Gateshead in England, and every single race she's won this season has been in Europe. Does that athletic heart beat a little faster for Europe?
The thing that I love about Europe, though, in athletics is the crowds the most, because they appreciate the sport, whereas we don't get that in Australia that much. So coming over to Europe, no matter where I run, is exciting because the crowds are big and they're knowledgeable about the sport, and that's the most important thing for me.